Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Hiba. Nice to meet you, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see from the title, today I'm going to be sharing some tips on how to grow your social media account. Now, I have been creating content on social media, specifically on Instagram, for a little over a year now, and I've been pretty consistent. So I think I've posted pretty much almost every single day. I have taken a couple days off, or maybe like a week off, but in general, I have been quite consistent. And there are a couple of things that I observed that worked for me and did not work for me, and things that I feel like if I share with you today, you could benefit from that and learn from my mistakes, or just learn from the things that I've observed. So here we go. This is how to grow your social media account. Number one, have a clear goal in mind. Now, before you even start to think about what kind of content you want to post on your page, you need to have a clear idea as to what it is that you want your page to represent. This varies from individual to individual and could be based off of your strengths or your skills or your talents or your passions. And for some people, it doesn't even matter. For some people, they clearly and solely just want to monetize their account, and so they create content just for the sake of monetization and not for, their interests or hobbies. So it really does vary from person to person, but having a clear idea as to what you want to do really does help keep your goals and visions clear, and will help you make decisions better in the future. Having a clear goal also means that you have to know what niche you want to hit. Now, what is a niche? A niche is a segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. So basically, it's like a targeted audience. For example, my niche is makeup, right? So in a pool full of people, I want to target people who are interested in makeup, want to learn from makeup, or just want entertainment for makeup. So all my content is going to be based off of that. So I'm going to be creating tutorial, transition videos, reels, all makeup related to target that specific audience. So knowing your niche also falls under clarifying your goals. Number two, research the market. Now that you have clarified your goals and have decided what your niche is going to be, you can start researching the market and seeing what kind of posts already exist in the market that you want to hit. So for example, again, I'm going to use makeup. Because I'm interested in hitting the makeup niche, I'm going to start looking at what kind of posts already exist. So I'm going to be researching what kind of influencers are out there, what kind of posts are they posting, what kind of things are trending, what does well, what doesn't do well. Just see what's out there so I have a better idea. I would also suggest that you start studying and observing people who are in the niche that you want to go into and are creating content that you gravitate towards, to see, what did they do, what worked for them, what were their mistakes, so that you learn from their mistakes and you don't repeat things, or you just gain some tips and follow through and apply that in your own content production. Number three, be consistent. So now that you have clarified your goals, decided who your targeted audience is, and you have researched the market, it is now time to create content and remain consistent. What consistency does is it's a numbers game. The more content you put out there, the higher the chance that one of those videos might do well. It's literally probability game. So the more you do, chances are the more likely it is for your videos to, go viral or you to get noticed. People won't know you exist unless you consistently post and literally shout like, "This is me, this is my post, boom, 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 boom." Like, consistency honestly wins the game. Now, if you're somebody who's just starting to post content, I would say like posting 3 times a week would be considered consistent. But the more you create content and the more consistent you are, you start to get a better idea of, how to proceed and do things. For example, when you first start off creating content, you may find it really overwhelming and tiring to set up your camera, tripod, figure out lighting, this, that, and then sit down and then film. And it might take you like an hour to get all of that done. Eventually, what happens throughout this process is that you start to get used to things and you start getting into the flow of things, and they just get easier, and your consistency will improve and it will just keep going up. And eventually you'll be able to post like maybe 5 times a week. I know some pages and some people who post every single day, and I know some people who post 3 times a day. That's like 15 posts in 5 days. That's crazy. But All I'm saying is that it's possible and people do it, so there's no reason that you can't do it. It's just a matter of being consistent. But it's easier said than done. Honestly, discipline is key. Number 4, don't stop experimenting. The second you log into any social media, whether it be YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, you see everything and anything. Basically, the sky's the limit when it comes to content production. Some people are making it by doing like TikTok dances. Some people are making it by doing zoom in videos. Some are just doing transitions. Some are just doing lip sync. Some are just doing memes. It doesn't matter. The possibilities are endless. Point is that you should constantly be experimenting to see what works, but be sure that you're not overwhelmingly experimental, because this could confuse your audience. When your audience sees you post all kinds of random experimental things, they'll get confused and they won't really know what it is that you represent or what you're posting, and chances are they will A, not follow you, or B, unfollow you. Don't get scared by this and not experiment. Do experiment, but just make sure it's not too much or too overwhelming. Push it in there somewhere in between your content and keep note of how it's reacting. You'll eventually find something that works for you through all of this trial and error. Number 5, and this is pretty important, but do not compare yourself to others, please. There's a very thin line between healthy competition and counterproductive comparison. Comparing yourself to others basically distracts yourself from your own visions and goals, and it kind of makes you lose sight of what you're doing and why you're doing it. Basically, everything from step 1 of clarifying your goals and all of that is starting to get a little fuzzy the minute you start comparing yourself to other people. Imagine this is somebody else doing whatever that they're doing, and this is something that you're doing and you're working on, and your energy is flowing here, but you start looking here and you're like, they're doing pretty well, why am I not doing well, blah, 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 blah. And your energy starts to flow here instead. When your energy is flowing somewhere else and not towards your own self, you're not going to make any progress, period. Simple dimple. Your ideas and visions are something that only you can truly envision and execute and actually do justice to. You just gotta focus on what you gotta do. Try your best to do it. Chances are you'll fail, but you'll do something. And when you do something, you're one step closer towards accomplishing your goals. So your energy always should be flowing towards you. And please feel free to appreciate other people who are out there working hard to create their content. Get inspired by their spirit. Get inspired by their work ethic. Get inspired by the type of content they produce. Perhaps even take notes from what they're doing that you like, so maybe you can learn something from them, because honestly, there's something to learn from everyone. Number 6, engage. Engage with your audience and engage with content creators in your niche. You can and should engage with your audience via all the tools provided to you on your social media platforms. Like, for example, Instagram has things like question stickers, or things like live interactive sessions, or polls that you could put up on your stories. That way, your audience can connect to you on a personal level and get to know you better. And they're no longer stats, they're actually people. So you get to know who's following you, and those who are following you actually get to know you. Now, when it comes to content creators, do engage with their posts if you're vibing with it, or if you're finding something that you like or that you're inspired by, that's like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. Boom. It's not a lot of work, and just do it. Just do it. I also encourage collaborations with creators where you can build relationships with them. This is also the perfect opportunity for you to experiment with your content, as I was saying earlier. It's less scary when you do it with other people. Collaborations are also a great way to expand your skills, like, for example, interpersonal communication, learning how to compromise, learning how to be patient, learning how to deal with last minute, surprises, like things aren't working, things aren't uploading, this and that. You learn how to coordinate, all kinds of stuff, man. There's just things to learn from working with people. And finally, number 7, take breaks or mental health days off whenever you need to. Just like with any other job, content creation can get overwhelming, tiring, and sometimes even really discouraging. Taking breaks is essential. Now, this is not a 9-to-5 job, so there is no defined hours. So content creation is almost like a full-time job but even more full-time than a full-time job. You're constantly thinking and working and editing and blah, 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 blah. It's a lot of work. So you definitely deserve breaks when you feel like you've overworked yourself and when you feel like you need a break. When you overwork yourself, you're more likely to quit out of frustration or fatigue. So take breaks, and in that time, remind yourself why you started doing content production. Remind yourself where you were when you started. What was your thought process? For me, for example, doing makeup tutorials and posting all of that was something that I've wanted to do since I was 12 years old. So even when there are times when my reach is not doing too well, or I see I've put in so much effort and some things are just not doing well, or I'm just getting too tired, I remind myself, I'm like, Hiba, younger you would be so proud to be seeing you do what you're doing. So don't quit, chill out, take a break, because you can and you should, and come back and do justice to that 12-year-old girl, and accept that everything happens for a reason and that everything does happen for the best. Only time tells you when you look back that, oh wow, that was necessary. These hard times are necessary, and I'm so proud of myself for making it. So yeah, taking a break is sometimes like pushing a reset button on a laptop that's been lagging for it to work properly. I know, what an example. So yeah, that's pretty much all the tips that I have for you today on how to grow your social media. I hope this video was of some value to you and it helped you, or even, provided some sort of motivation. Sometimes you just need to hear someone say something even though you know what it is. If you enjoyed watching this video, first of all, thank you for watching till the end. A, and B, please do give this video a thumbs up if you learned something, or you just like me. Also, don't forget to boop that subscribe button. You already know your girl likes making these YouTube videos for you, and your support is greatly appreciated. Also, do hit that bell notification so you guys know exactly when I drop more videos here on YouTube. I wish you best of luck in your endeavors, and whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are, believe in yourself. You got this. Nobody else is gonna do you except for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Take care and be safe. Bye.